Sup fans, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another, reviewing at least a couple of selected J-horror films. And today we'll be quickly and spoiler-free, in a spoiler-free review, we'll be talking about One Missed Call, the original Japanese version. Coming up right now, hope you guys enjoy the show. Alright guys, quiet on set. Scene 1, take 1. Action! Boom! Now, if you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you share with friends. Also, hit that bell for notifications because it helps the channel a lot. One Missed Call. It is directed by Takashi Miike and it stars Ko Shibasaki, Kasue Fukishi, and Shinichi Tsutsumi, is just to name a few. Now, the story is One Missed Call is basically a bunch of teenagers that get, well, it's a curse that if you answer this mysterious phone call or unknown phone call, if you answer it, you get to hear yourself dying or you hear your death in the future. And, well, a bunch of teenagers get caught in the curse and they'll try to find a way to stop the curse. Basically a typical trope in not just J-horror, but in horror in general on how to stop curses. So that is just my quick plot synopsis. Let's get on to the review. Honestly, I feel like this is gonna be a short review, honestly. Not much I can say is that I think this movie is just pretty good, pretty fine. I know that this is a film that is frowned upon by a lot of the hardcore J-horror lovers because it's actually one of the lesser films, and I can see why, because this movie very much feels Americanized in my opinion, with the whole boo, 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 and the jump scares and all that stuff, and it feels like your typical, because this movie came out in 2003 as far as I know. Yeah, 2003. It came out in 2003 and it's one of those, I think it was during the time when a lot of ghost horror films were trying out with the jump scare. I think this is also before James Wan began doing it right with the Insidious films. But here it's just, I can see that the Japanese entertainment industry tries, well, not just that, just in this section right here, they tries to replicate American horror films that, hey, they're doing jump scares and all that stuff and it works, let's see how we can do it. And honestly, I don't think it works well with this film. I think that's one of the problems I have with this film is that it's just, in my opinion, just too American or westernized, if that makes any sense. Because when it comes to what I love about J-horror, classic J-horror, is that it's quiet, it's less in your face, and it just, the ideas and themes and motifs are the ones that are truly scary, not the threat, which the threat is scary, but it's not just the threat, it's also the idea of the threat, or just the whole build up, the whole silence, the whole thing that catches you off guard, and that's what's effective. But here is, I mean, to its credit, it's fast paced, but it's so in your face when it comes to the scares, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm mixed on the scares. Cinematography is just okay. The acting is pretty good from what I remember, because I have the Arrow trilogy Blu-ray. And the acting is quite nice. The actors do a fine job of what it is. And the backstory is quite interesting, even though that, in my opinion, is kind of cheesily executed, especially during this live exorcism scene. I'm not gonna give anything away because it is spoiler free. It is creepy, but it does seem a little cheesy in my opinion in some areas. But yeah, my main issue with the film is just it's just very Hollywoodized in my opinion, and I like that the J-horror that I love, it separates itself. It's very more indie, more its style, more its vibes, and here it just feels like, let's just try to pander towards Americans, because they know that, I think this is around the time when us Americans are like watching Japanese horror films and remaking them, and there was a remake, and I've never seen it, but from what I've seen, it looks like garbage, so I'm not gonna see it. I might see it someday. I can't really judge it. I mean, even though I've seen a couple of guys, I can't fully judge it. Yeah, it's not fair for me to judge it like that. But overall, it looks pretty bad. This one is just good, not great. It's just overall fine. It's fine. It's not, obviously it's not a top tier. It's kind of more like the bottom tier for me, or like mid tier for me, the One Missed Call. But honestly, I would be lying to you guys if I wasn't scared around the third act when the climax is happening. And it's funny because when you think the movie's gonna end, it doesn't, and then there's another thing that happens, and the ending, and I'm like, oh, it's nice. It's creepy. So I have the Arrow Blu-ray trilogy, so I'll check out the sequels. I know my sister's seen the third one and she hated it, but still, it's One Missed Call. I can say that it's not for everybody. That's just my opinion. But overall, it's for me. I still think it's a passable film, really. And I do like how one last thing before I wrap this up. I love how the main characters and the actors do get heavily invested and try their best to find a way to stop this phone curse. And it's really cool because once they get invested, you get invested, and especially when they find out the backstory and the lore and the origin of and basically, I'm not gonna give it away, but the original signal where the phone curse is coming from, it's I gotta say, it's very creepy. But the overall execution is just meh. It's just okay. So if I were to give the film a rating, I'll give it, basically a solid 4 out of 5. Honestly, despite my complaints, it's still, in my opinion, a pretty solid film. I know that sounds very confusing after you just see me criticizing it, but still, I still had a great time, really. Honestly, yeah, I still had a great time watching it, and I'm looking forward to checking out the sequels. But for now, I think it's still a solid film. I say check it out, but then again, in my opinion, it's still one of the lesser J-horror films that are on my list. But still, it is still, in my opinion, I still find it a good time. The Japanese version, the American version, I can't say nothing about it, but yeah. So that was my quick and spoiler-free review on One Missed Call. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And thank you guys so much for watching my video. So let me know down in the comment section down below. Have you guys seen One Missed Call? Please let me know down in the comment section down below. I'd like to hear your opinions on it. So this is Javi from Javi Productions signing off, and hope you guys enjoyed the show.